I guess a how-to or something like that. Again, not again. The point of this video is how to replace the shifter lever, how to get this thing out, how to disconnect things from the shifter linkage and all without actually getting under the car. I mean, you can get under the car, that's probably the easy way, but if you don't feel like doing it, it's all possible to be accomplished from the top, from here, from the inside. So for this operation, all you need is a flat screwdriver about this, like 6 inches long, and then you need well, something like this J-shaped or L-shaped hooky tool. Kind of helpful, it is. And then a tool like this, or pliers, like needle nose pliers or something. So I guess part one of this shifter or whatever replacement you're doing with the pieces of the or components of the shifter is to remove the trim. So yeah, remove the trim, and I did that already, and well, for for different reasons really. You pull that trim out first, and it's really easy. It just clips, and if you have some 12-volt socket and all, it has a wire or two on the back of it, so it comes out apart fairly easy. The next thing to do, you have to remove the shifter knob, and this is all kind of newish part, so that's the difficult part. So you kind of have to really do this. Oh boy. The next thing to do is pull this rubber boot, and you just pull it. It's rubber. It kind of sits over the tunnel. This just pulls off like that, and at that point you're there. So the next thing to get to, I'm going to, I guess, hold my camera in my hand at this point, is to get that that clip that sits on the linkage and goes through the bottom bushing of the shifter lever. So it's kind of hard to see, but if you put the transmission into first gear or reverse, you will actually see that clip, and it may be turned some other way, but it's right here, right there, that shiny piece below this piece of aluminum. So there's a couple of different ways of doing it. You can use a screwdriver, stick it through that opening, and just push, and that will pop the clip. You can try using something like this. This may be a good tool to use. Kind of, I guess, put it on the clip. Like I said, you could use pliers, and that's the thing that you're trying to remove in this case. So the next thing to remove is this socket, I guess, or plastic ring. To unlock it, you really have to rotate it this way, clockwise. So these tabs are specifically shaped, I guess. So when you rotate it, they get pressed in, and then you pull this. You can pull the shifter lever out. You can use 2 screwdrivers and basically just push, or you can try using 1 screwdriver. Kind of, in my case, well, I'm actually going the other way, the wrong way. In my case, well, it rotates with just 1 screwdriver. Just rotate it. Well, it's not always easy. I'm sure there is a proper tool to do this, but if you destroy that part, that's just not a big deal, really. So, kind of rotates. A little bit of persuasion. There, I think it turned like 90 degrees. So at that point, you actually should be able to, lift it up like this. And at that point, you should just move that the linkage out of the shifter lever. I'm probably not doing a good job filming this by not really showing what I'm doing. So you kind of just, there you go. So at that point, you can just lift this up and enjoy the results of your disassembly. So I'm going to replace this, and I'm going to replace this. This is the part that I was talking about. This is the linkage. It has this pin on it that sits inside of that lever bushing, and you just have to tilt the shifter to the left and this will just pop out. You can help it by pushing it to the left, I guess. So the reassembly process is just do everything that you did to disassemble, but in the reverse order. So I guess that's the general logic. So there's a couple of things that can be a little bit difficult. This ring just snaps on the ball. Once you do that, you're ready to drop this in. I guess you have to line up these two tabs with the socket, and once you push it in, it will lock. And the biggest I guess problem here is getting that linkage pin into the shifter lever. The other thing is installation of this clip, this lock clip, whatever. That's important to have properly installed. There it is. So all of this is super easy, really easy, and I think the second gear is now much easier to engage. The way I prefer to do it is get some extreme duty silicone. Yeah, that's what you need in your life.